Hello and welcome to Grief Talks with Zen Jen. I'm Zen Jen, and today I would like to focus on a subject that so many of us experience, either anticipating a death or in the immediate time afterwards. Time is precious. Glancing at the clock on the wall, I realized that my morning was slipping by faster than I had anticipated. I started to have heart palpitations from the anxiety building about the many tasks I still had to accomplish and the need to get on the road so as not to be late for my next appointment. Closing out my computer, I grabbed my keys and ran to my car, barely stopping to put on my seatbelt before pulling out of the parking lot. As I rounded the corner, I was confronted with a multitude of ambulances and fire trucks, all of which surrounded a car that had flipped over and was barely recognizable. Pulling over to the side of the road, I took a deep breath, gathered my thoughts, and said a quick prayer for those involved. While being on time is important, nothing is ever worth risking your life or the lives of others in order to get there faster. I share this story because I spoke on the phone this morning with someone who is very focused on time. Since the death of her loved one, she couldn't help but play back in her mind all of the times they had spent together enjoying each other's company. What she couldn't shake off was all of the times when they had the opportunity to make time for one another, but didn't for whatever reason. Regrets like these ring true within so many relationships and family systems. Time becomes an adversary for those who are dying and are eager for more of it, and it becomes a friend to those who are suffering and are hoping for a quick and merciful end. For those of us left behind, we can choose to look at the time we had with our loved ones as a gift, honoring the memory of our loved ones and all that we hold so dear about them. However, when we are grieving, it is difficult to be thankful or grateful. Instead, we blame time for being stingy, never giving it enough of itself to satisfy our needs. I've observed as husbands watch their wives and vice versa from hospital beds, as if soaking up every single moment, not wanting to sleep for fear of losing what precious time they have left. For them, it feels like the ticking of the clock is louder than a passing train, with each second a reminder that they are closer to that final moment. Once that second, that minute, that hour, that day is gone, we are struck with the intimate knowledge that time escapes us when we take it for granted. What some of us realize after the death of a loved one is that the overall emotional experience can give us the opportunity to take time for ourselves, to examine where we are in life and sincerely look at what our future holds. Maybe we are more open about our feelings or more present with our loved ones. Or maybe we are kinder in our words and actions or more willing to make some changes. We are acutely aware that if we blink our eyes, our children will be grown or we will be closer to retirement, but never once stop to enjoy the life that we are living. Our world is very fast-paced and only seems to slow down when tragedy occurs. Shouldn't we become more cognizant of our many blessings, of the life we are currently living? When people say time is of the essence, it is a prompting that we simply cannot delay or put off things we meant to do or meant to say. If we get into this habit, our grief will play havoc on our emotions and literally slam us to the ground in its harsh reminder that we had been given time to engage in our life or in the lives of others, but instead made decisions that will impact our grief journey. So have those conversations. Keep those appointments. Give of yourself even when you are exhausted. Time is precious. Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today, but remember to slow down. Racing through life will only bring you closer to the finish line, and because of that, you may be more likely to miss out on the life you are living. Much appreciation for tuning into this episode about time and all of the emotions and feelings that go along with its presence. I'm Zen Jen, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you for listening.